محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد طيران الجن والملائكة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الطيور والهوام وعدد الوحوش والآكام في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الأحياء والأموات. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما أظلم عليه الليل وأشرق عليه النهار من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد من يمشي على رجلين ومن يمشي على أربع من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من صلى عليه من الجن والإنس والملائكة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من لم يصل عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما يجب أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما ينبغي أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد حتى لا يبقى شيء من الصلاة عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الأولين وصل على سيدنا محمد في الآخرين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين. ما شاء الله لا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وأسألك اللهم بالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا آدم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا نوح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هود عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إبراهيم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا صالح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا أرميا عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا شعياء عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إلياس عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا اليسع عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا ذو الكفل عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوشع عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى جميع النبيين والمرسلين أن تصلي
Şeyhimiz SahibulSaif, Abdulkerim Abdulkerim Hazretlerinin ve alel husus bu caminin banisi ve bugüne kadar içerisinden gelmiş geçmiş imam müezzin kayınlarının ve kahve ehli imanın ervahı için Allah rızası için El Fatiha. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. İnnallâhe ve melâiketehu yusallûne alen-nebî. Ya eyyühellezîne âmenû sallu aleyhi ve sellimû teslîmâ. Allahümme salli alâ seyyidina Muhammed ve alâ seyyidina Muhammed. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Hayya ale's-salah. Hayya ale's-salah. Hayya alel-felah. Hayya alel-felah. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah.
La ilahe illallah seyyidina Muhammed. Elhamdülillah, elhamdülillah. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Ve salatu ve selamu ala Resulina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmain. Nahmedullah Teala ve nagfir eşhedü en la ilahe illallah vahdehu la şerike leh. Ve eşhedü enne seyyidina Muhammeden abduhu ve habibuhu ve resuluh sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa azwajihi wa sahabi khulafa rashidin mahdi min ba'di wa Israel mati ala tahqiq Hussein min halamati khulafa rasul ala tahqiq Umar al-Mu'minin Hazrat Abu Bakr Umar Usman wa Ali wa ala baqi sahabi tabi'in ridwanullah ta'ala alayhim ajma'in ya ayyuhal mu'minul hazirun ذكر الله تعالى وإن الله حمى الذين تقوى الذين هم محسنون الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the universes. He is Allah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, the most merciful. He taught the Quran. He has created man. He has taught him speech. The sun and the moon move by precise calculation. And the stars and the trees make sajda. And the heavens he raised high, and he has set up the balance so that you don't pass beyond the balance. So establish weight with justice and don't fall short in the balance. It is he who spread out the earth for his creatures. Inside are fruit and sheathed date palm trees, and husked grain and scented herb. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Sadaqallah al-Azim. And may all peace and blessings be upon the master of the prophets, Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi wasalam. Ya Allah, bless our master Muhammad, who is the kutub of majesty, the son of prophethood and the message, the one who guides us away from mistakes and the one who delivers us from ignorance. May Allah bless him and grant him peace, with a constant blessing continuing and succeeding with the changing of days and nights. Amen. May peace and blessings be upon him and upon his noble family and his blessed companions, especially upon the four Khulafa Rashidin, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, Hazrat Umar Farooq, Hazrat Osman al-Ghani, and Hazrat Ali al-Murtaza, and all those who follow them until the last day. Ya ayyuhal mu'minun, O believers, Allah is our Lord and our Master, and we are His servants. A man who lives as a servant of Allah will be successful in this life and the next life. But those who forget the nature of their relationship with Allah and declare themselves as Lords, they will face the anger and punishment of their Lord. The basis of Islam, the basis of all knowledge, it is founded on the understanding of the nature of our relationship with Allah. This is why Holy Prophet ﷺ said, Ras al-Hikmat, Makhafatullah, the beginning, the head of all knowledge is the fear of Allah. Today the fear of Allah is gone from all our hearts. SahibulSaif Shaykh Abdulkerim al-Kibrisi Rabbani, Qadasallahu Sir, said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Prophet ﷺ is saying to us, have fear from Allah. That is the beginning of all knowledge. If a man has fear from Allah, and if a man is in an awakening station and he is knowing, my Lord is watching me now, how are you going to go to harm somebody else? How are you going to go doing things saying, I want this and I want it that way? Are you a servant? You must ask yourself, am I a servant? Yes, I am. What is the duty of a servant? To hear and obey. To hear Allah and to obey Allah. But in Akhir Zaman, the training stopped. The reality of Islam stopped. The real teachings of Islam stopped. The love of Allah stopped, and the fear of Allah stopped. The people have fear from the governments, from the police, but they have no fear of Allah. They run around to steal, to do wrong things. They're looking around to do things, and they're looking out for the police, but they are not worrying that Allah is watching them. That's what happened. The faith is gone. Faith in Allah is gone. Yet people still read the Quran, but faith is gone. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, in Akhir Zaman, there is going to come people who are going to recite the Quran so beautifully that when they recite the Quran, they're going to move your hearts. There will be thunders in your hearts from the way that the Quran will be recited. but the Quran is not going to enter below their throats. It's not going to enter to their hearts. They're going to recite the Quran to earn money. They're going to become imams to earn money. And the words of the friends of Allah, they speak the truth. The friends of Allah, the awliya Allah, they take the words of Allah, the words of the Prophet, and bring it together to make us understand the time and the situation that we are believing in, making those words fresh and alive. Shaykh Efendi is describing exactly this time, this modern Islam age, this enlightened Islam age, this moderate Islam age. Look at how people are treating the Quran today. The Quran is a speech of Allah. People talk about it like it is the newspaper. They have discussion groups and halakas where anyone can dare to say whatever they want about the Quran Majid, the Furqan Hamid. But Holy Prophet ﷺ already gave the warning to those who play with the Holy Quran, saying, whoever speaks on the Quran without knowledge, let him take his seat in hellfire. Today's scholars, today's Quran commentators, they are not even telling people about the hellfire. They are reading the Quran and commenting on the Quran and completely deleting the part of the Quran that causes a man's heart to fill with the fear of Allah. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the hellfire in the Quran to make a man remember that if he deviates and rebels against Allah, that Allah has the ability and the right to punish that man. The Holy Quran is telling us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say to those who denied Him on the Day of Judgment, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, you will surely eat from the tree of Zakum, and you will fill your bellies with it. And on top of that, you will drink boiling water. You will drink it like a thirsty camel drinks. This will be their welcome on the Day of Judgment. And the words of Allah speak the truth. Who is going to get that kind of welcome on the Day of Judgment? Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying that Jahannam is for every hard-hearted, cruel, and arrogant person. And he ﷺ also said, the arrogant will be gathered on the Day of Judgment as tiny atoms in the image of men. Disgrace will be cast over them from every place. They will be dragged to a jail in Jahannam called Balus, to be drowned in the fire of all fires, drinking the bile of the people of Jahannam, driving them into madness. And he ﷺ is describing the fire of regret that the people of Jahannam are going to feel, saying, indeed, the people of hellfire, they will cry so much that if ships wanted to sail on those tears, they could sail on them. Then they will weep blood in place of tears. Yes, Muslims used to read the Quran. They used to listen to this. And they used to pass out from the fear of such an end. The same men who stood like mountains when they heard about the anger of Allah, they would fall down. Hazrat Hassan said that once Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu an was reading the ayat, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, surely the torment of your Lord is sure to come. Nothing can change it. When Hazrat Umar came to these ayats, he couldn't breathe anymore. And people had to come and check on his health for 20 days. And the son of Hazrat Umar, Hazrat Abdullah ibn Umar, used to cry so much from the fear of Allah that he lost his eyesight. Somebody was wondering about this, and Hazrat ibn Umar said, you are looking at me crying. You must know that even the sun is crying from the fear of Allah. Those are the Sahaba Kiram, the companions of the Prophet, the ones who are our examples. They are the ones who are promised paradise, that the angels came to help them in battle. The higher level they reach, the more their fear becomes. As Hazrat Hassan al-Basri radiallahu anhu is saying, the believer who does the best deeds is the most fearful. If he were to spend a mountain of wealth in the way of Allah, he would not feel sure it was accepted until he sees it. The more righteous and pious he becomes, the more he fears. But the hypocrite, the munafiq, says, there are so many people. I will be forgiven. No problem. So he does wrong and evil deeds, but he holds foolish wishes about Allah. We have fallen into the description of the hypocrites given by Hazrat Hassan al-Basri. Shaykh Efendi is explaining what happened to the Ummah, saying, the faith of the Sahaba Kiram, the companions to Allah and His Prophet, made them strong. They were aiming for the hereafter, for the akhirat. They didn't care for this world. They understood the foolishness of this world. They understood that yes, this world, it is only a trick and a trap for a believer, and they followed the footsteps, they followed the orders of the Holy Prophet. The way that they follow, completely blindly. They never questioned anything what Prophet was said. They accepted it and they followed it, and that's why Holy Prophet is saying to them, if they were to have seen you, they will call you crazy, lunatic, idiots. If you were to see them, you will not call them believers. People of Akhir Zaman. 24 hours a day they are in doubt because they open the doors for shaitan in their hearts. And shaitan is coming whispering to them, what about this? What about that? What about this? Driving them crazy. And so-called believers, they are angry all the time. Believers, they have no peace. Believers, they are in trouble 24 hours a day. We should take these words seriously. If the Sahaba Kiram were to see the Muslims of Akhir Zaman, they would call us kafirs. Do we really think what that means? If the Sahabis, the companions came and saw how the Muslims are living, how they are praying, how they are fasting, how they are making hajj, how they are sitting in the masjids, how they are treating the holy ones, they would look at all that and say, these people, they are not Muslims. May Allah protect us. So how do we become Muslims who are walking on the path of the companions, who in this end of times, in the Akhir Zaman, fit to the category of believer? Shaykh Efendi, SahibulSaif, is saying, before he passed away from this life, the Prophet ﷺ is saying to us what he has left to us. He's saying to the Sahaba Kiram what he left to them. He's saying it to the Sahaba Kiram, and through the Sahaba Kiram, through the companions, he is saying to us what he has left to us. He is saying, I'm leaving you the book of Allah and the sunnah of Rasulullah ﷺ, the teaching, the lifestyle, and everything that the Prophet did. I'm leaving it to you. The companions were the ones who knew the sunnah. They watched and they witnessed how Prophet ﷺ was living. In another hadith, he's saying to us, I'm leaving you two things. The book of Allah and the Ahlul Bayt, my grandchildren. Anywhere they are and any time they are in, if you hold on to them, you will find safety. So from that time until now and until the judgment day, there will always be people among us from the Ahlul Bayt. Who are the Ahlul Bayt? There are different types of Ahlul Bayt. Some people who are Ahlul Bayt are reaching through the bloodline to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. But Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying that there are also those people who have taqwa and those people who are keeping on the Siratul Mustaqim, on the way of Allah and His Prophet. He ﷺ is saying, the ones who are trying to give guidance to my whole nation and they are keeping on the Siratul Mustaqim are also from my Ahlul Bayt. They are also from my family. I am accepting those who have taqwa. So anyone who is coming to us to teach us something of what Allah is ordering and what His Prophet ﷺ is ordering, we must listen and we must obey. Our duty is to accept the truth. It is not our duty to look at the one who is bringing it and to search about that one. If it's the right thing, then take it. His lifestyle is not your business. It's the business of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is not our business. Our business is what we are doing in our lives, how we are correcting ourselves. Our business is to find a Shaykh, someone who is following the footsteps of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, to watch him physically, submit our will to that one and to learn from that one. That is the way. That is the way of the Sahabi Kiram, and that is the way that for 1400 years the Muslims found safety. They submitted to those who were submitted themselves to Allah. They loved those whom Allah loves, and they left those whom Allah left. When do you do that? When you do that, what happens? You are in the association of those who are beloved to Allah. And Allah's beloveds are in His aman, His protection. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, Allah will never cast His beloved one into the hellfire. You are in the company of those who are protected from hellfire and for whom the paradises and the sohbet of Allah is being prepared. And those are the real friends. The real friends will remember you on the judgment day. Those who remember you today, they will remember you on judgment day. Those who forget about you today, they will only remember themselves on judgment day. The sheikhs and the awliya Allah, they don't remember themselves. They spend their time in their lives to remember you. But few are grateful. Few remember. Hazrat Hasan al-Basri radiallahu anh said, take as many righteous friends as you can, because they will be a shafa'at, an intercession for you on Judgment Day. And Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying that on Judgment Day, the true believers will see that some of their companions are missing. So they will ask Allah about them and beg Allah to release them from hellfire. They will say, Ya Rabbi, they used to pray with us, they used to fast with us, they used to do Hajj with us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, go and take out whoever you recognize. So Allah will protect the bodies of those believers from the hellfire, and they will be allowed to walk inside. They will enter hell and see people suffering in the fire according to their sins. Some will be inside the fire up to their ankles, some up to their knees, some up to their hips, some up to their chests, and some almost sunk in the fire. The true believers will pull out their companions and place them in the water of life, where their bodies will regrow again, and they will be allowed to enter paradise. And the Prophet of Allah speaks the truth. This is not a da'if hadith. This is recorded by Imam Bukhari in his Sahih. Yet Imam Muslim is giving more description of that incident, putting a hadith in his Sahih saying that after the mu'mins, after the believers save their friends, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, the angels have made shafa'at, the angels have made intercession, and the prophets have made shafa'at, and the mu'mins have made shafa'at. There is no shafa'at left except the shafa'at of the most merciful. Then Allah will grab a handful of the people of Jahannam who never even did a single good thing. Now this is Islam. This is the way of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Holy Prophet ﷺ is Shafa'il Muthnibin, the intercessor of the sinners. And those who are with him are also intercessors. Our only hope to be saved in the next life is to be in the companionship, in the sohbet of those who are in the Holy Prophet's sohbet, because they will not forget about you. They will not forget about you, especially on Judgment Day. As they are doing in this world, they will enter into hellfire to rescue you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raise their station, and may Allah keep us with them. Listen to Shaykh Efendi. Listen to the friend of Allah. He is saying, wake up to yourselves. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is mubashiran wa naziran. He gives warning, and he is giving the good news to mankind. And all his inheritors, they are doing the same. These words are for you and for me. If you want, take it. You will win. If you don't want it, there are two doors. Either you are going out from the right side or the left side. America is not going to save you. Whoever is promising, giving promises, is not going to save you. Your good deeds and the intention in the good deeds are going to save you. Nothing else. Maybe then you will find some good lawyers, because you have good deeds and you have good intentions. Then you may find good lawyers who will speak for your behalf in the judgment day. So many people today are losing their lawyers too. They go against their sheikhs. They do so many secrets behind their sheikhs. They think that the sheikhs don't know. Well, what kind of sheikh do you think that is going to be? If it's just like your thinking, and if one wall is separating him from the wrong thing that you are doing, definitely that one is not a sheikh. Know that. But if that sheikh is going to use some technology to know, definitely that one is not a sheikh too. So wake up to yourself, inshallah rahman. We are meaning to enter to paradise, and paradise is our place. We are lonely in this world. No matter who is around you, you are always lonely. You are longing for your original house, and you are bound towards that. But so many times, so many people are entering to the road that shaitan is guiding. You are longing to your house, and you are running into hellfire. Ya Rabbi, make us to enter into the caravan of those who are returning to our real home. Make us to stay in the caravan of your friends. Make us to enter into the caravan of those who have been giving the power of shafaat. Make us to stay with them who remember us and who look for us here and hereafter. Thank you for making us to be in the association with your friend. Amen. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah lazim. La ilaha illallah. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك من الظالمين سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح إن الدين عند الله الإسلام قاموا الصلاة
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله وقل سبحانك يا عظيم سبحان الله. على نعمة الإسلام وشرف الإيمان دائما الحمد لله. تعالى شأن ولا إله غير الله أكبر. الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحانك وتماثلا لا إله إلا الله والله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير سبحان ربي العلي الأعلى الوهاب.
الحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كلنا آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملت على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. آمنا بالله صدق الله العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر.
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله سيدنا مولانا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم صل يا رب وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى الكل الأجمل والحمد لله رب العالمين على أشرف العالمين سيدنا محمد الصلوات
صلى الله عليه وسلم.
على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد الصلوات على أكمل العالمين سيدنا محمد الصلوات صلوات الله تعالى وملائكته وأنبيائه ورسوله وجميع الكلام محمد وعلى آل محمد عليه السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته رضي الله تبارك وتعالى سيدنا سيد رسول الله أجمعين وعن تابع ميسانة مجتهدين المهدين وعلى معلومتكم على الأولياء الصالحين وإلى مشايخنا التركة نقشبندية العليا ودس الله تعالى هرمام زكية من أمر الله تعالى تبارك وعد الله تعالى تحفظ دائما والحمد لله رب العالمين.
الفاتحة. فاتحة.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد
Safar Resulullah sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem. El-Fatiha.
Biz Osmanlıyız.
Biz Osmanlıyız.
Pek şanlıyız.
Pek şanlıyız.
Tekbir.
Allahu Ekber.
Tekbir.
Allahu Ekber.
Tekbir.
Allahu Ekber.
Walillahil hamd. Selamun aleyküm. Cuma Mubarak. Welcome to you. If you have any questions, ask. Something you want to say, say. Feel free, inshallah. Selamun aleyküm. The Safar meaning the month of what? Traveling. How difficult it is now to be a traveler. So you don't fear, huh? None of you. You're not looking at these signs and then fearing and then to be careful. I don't care. Whatever ilham comes to my heart, it has to be. Who the hell teach you that? Do you have the fear to be balancing it? No, you only have fear from your own shadow. Not from the shadow of Allah, from your own shadow. I was nervous, and you have no idea. You don't ask. All you do is when the snow comes, it is the coffin spreading everywhere. Dying, changing. Not the summer. All time. The dervish, the one in tariqat, must know we are there. We are dying. We are dying before we die. What are you dying from? What are you dying from? It's important to know. You say, I have nothing to die from. You're not even taking one step in tariqat. Doesn't matter how long you've been. 40 years? 40 years. So what? Anyway, that's it. Look for things. I'm not going to say this next time. If one person looks, this is how it is. If one person looks, one person is awake, there'll be 2 people who are going to be awake together with that one person. If there are 2, there's going to be a few others too. It always works that way. It just takes one person to start. How many times I'm saying, what if it falls? I'm saying about how many times I'm saying it? What if I So, say the question again.
Sheikh is saying in one Sohbet that when we get up from our graves, that there will be some people that their Shaykh will come to pick them up and bring them to the judgment place. And then in the khutbah it's also saying though that there are some people that they're going to have to go to the fire first and go, depending on what they did, they're going to be sinking in the fire before they get the shafaat. So who are the people who they can be saved just when they get up from their grave, and who are the people that they have to go into the fire before they can be saved?
Okay, before that you asked a question also about those who are going into the fire to save those ones who are stuck in the fire, as the khutbah is saying. So who are those people we're talking about in the tariqat, in the jamaat? We ask, inshallah, Shaykh Efendi send us something that is going to benefit us. Don't think that it is going to be so easy. Everyone is having this fantasy about Judgment Day. It is not as you think. Awliya Allah saying on the Judgment Day, those ones, Muslims who believe, they pray, they give zakat, they fast, they do everything properly, but they don't have a Shaykh. Listen carefully. These are the words of Awliya Allah. You don't have a Shaykh. You will stand outside your grave in the complete darkness, hearing all sorts of unusual, scary sounds. You will stand outside of your grave for 1,000 years, alone. First punishment, because you don't have a guide. Because yes, you need a guide in this world. You think you don't need a guide on Judgment Day to bring you to a judgment place? Well, Allah is saying, we will gather you behind your imams, and you are going to line up in a very nice, proper way of lining up, saf and saf, rank upon rank, not any way that you want to stand. That today's people, they say, what rank? No, there's any rank. I'm saying, I'm following 40 years, I'm following 2 years, I'm a Shaykh, I'm a this, I'm a that. My father is this, my son is this. It was in the time of the Ottomans. Yes, they followed that properly. Everyone, it is shown. What is inside is showing outside. The two dervishes meeting each other, they know from the look, from how they are wearing, from their manners, which tariqat they belong to, which sheikh they are under. And who is higher and who is lower. The one who is lower must bend down and kiss that one's hand. And his station will be raised because he's doing that. Today, they don't even teach people living in the second Medina to kiss their parents' hands. Huh? Unusual. Where the Sahabis, they would kiss the hands and the feet of the Prophet. They used to kiss each other's hands. Because they say, this is the hand that touched the Prophet, let me kiss it. They would rather go to Kaaba to kiss a stone than to kiss their parents' hands. Oh, their teacher's hands, forget about it. To kiss a sheikh's hand is shirk. It's finished. Pray as much as you want. Then the one who has the smallest love for a sheikh, for an awliya, their forefinger is going to light like a firefly. Off and on and off, twinkling like that, and that is the indication. Then those saints, those sheikhs will go around collecting. Say, this one will collect, this one will collect. Then there are those, Allah is saying, they are going to be on Judgment Day on pillars of light. They will come out from their graves on pillars of light. And people are going to find safety from them too. So we're asking, who are those ones? That they are going to be going into a hell to help the others, to pull them out when the fire is reaching their ankles, their chest. Prophet ﷺ is saying, how you live is how you're going to die. And how you die is how you're going to be raised. How you live. You are living fighting that fire. The fire that is coming, the fire of your ego, and you're fighting it. The fire of your arrogance, you're fighting it. The fire of envy, of anger, you're fighting it. You are inside that fire, you're understanding it is fire and you're fighting it. Those ones, they're equipped. They're like firefighters. Firefighters can go inside the fire, no? Nothing is going to happen to them. You are not trained, you don't know. You're living inside the fire, it's burning all around you in your life, and you're liking it. The arrogance, you're liking it. It's your best friend. You put it inside your heart, and it's burning from the inside of your heart. Envy, you like that. Anger, you like that. The desires, you like that. It's becoming your best friend instead of looking as your enemy. Then that's the time how much fire you are playing in this world is how much fire you're going to have in the grave and how much fire you're going to have when you are raised on Judgment Day. Those ones who have been fighting with their fire all their lives, and they are blessed. So many of them, maybe they say, we fail, we cannot do anything. But just because you are fighting, they say it doesn't matter. Because you belong to this good school, we give you the same diploma, doesn't matter. Then they say we give you the same equipment, it doesn't matter. Now you can go and you can save. You understand? So now, as Murids, we need to ask ourselves, what are we doing? How much fire are we fighting? How much are we fighting against our ego, the fire of our ego? How much are we fighting against the fire of envy? Some very unfortunate people, they don't even know their own anger or their own envy. They don't know. They think, I don't have it. Just like a person walking on the street, we're saying, you're sick. You say, I'm not. Look, I'm walking fine. But the doctor look at you is different. Your mother looking at you is different. You looking at a mirror is different. So many unfortunate people, they are sick spiritually, but they don't know. They don't want to say. They don't like it. Because they say, who are you? You're a doctor? Who say you're a doctor? I'm doctor too, they're saying. We're saying you are sick, we have to clean you. No, you cannot clean me. Why? So many reasons they give. Let me not say. And yes, in the way of tariqat, they must make you to burn a little bit. How many more poems do we need that talks about burning and ashq, burning your ego? So you're going through certain difficulties. Don't forget that everything is happening for a reason. Take it to raise your iman, your belief and your faith higher. If you say, oh, the difficulty I'm going through has nothing to do with tariqat, that's when you lost. You lost everything. It's nothing to do with that. You lost everything. So, we're asking, what are we chasing after? What are we chasing? If you're chasing after your Shaykh will find you. Because you're always looking for him. You're doing things looking for his pleasure. Oh, of course, today people can say, yeah, I'm looking for his pleasure. Who? Shaykh Efendi. So easy for you to say. So many, they never even met Shaykh Efendi. So many, they say, yeah, we accept, but we don't accept the one that he has put there. Yeah, you're free. You can do as you like. It's not what I want. It's what he wants. And he has put there. Because it's so easy to follow a Shaykh that's not giving you any order. Isn't it the best? Isn't it the best to say, I follow the highest Shaykh, but the Shaykh is not giving you any order, any difficulty, anything right or wrong. You're free to do as you want according to what's coming to my heart. Everyone is doing that. Who is your Shaykh? Abdulkerim. MashaAllah. Just as those ones saying, who is your prophet? Prophet ﷺ. Your prophet. Okay, very good. But are you a tabi'in? Of course not. Are you a tabi'in? No. Oh, you come to the end. So, you have to follow those ones who are before you. And the ones you cannot follow, even those ones who are 2 generations before you. You cannot. You will lose. And how are you going to say you're going to follow directly the companions of the Prophet? How are you going to say you follow directly the Prophet ﷺ now? That's finished. It's very dangerous. Because man is insisting on not knowing himself. When he's insisting on not knowing himself, Shaitan will sit on you and start laughing. Say, ha ha ha ha, I got you. You, especially you coming from the ummah of Fahri Kainat, that he loved you so much, I got you. You, that all this universes and creation is bowing down on you, it should be bowing down on me, I got you now. Now, they're no longer bowing down on you, they're spitting at you and cursing at you because you become the most garbage of all creation. You should not. Don't look at the person, like what Shaykh Efendi is saying. Don't look at his business. Everyone is running after Maulana Rumi. How many people are running after Shamsi Tabriz? I'll tell you how many people. One. Hazrati Maulana. And it was Shamsi Tabriz that made Maulana into a Maulana. And how is Shamsi Tabriz? So many people didn't like him. His own sons didn't like him. They say, he doesn't know so much. He cannot speak proper Persian. He cannot speak proper Arabic. He doesn't have proper manners. So many people accusing our Shaykh the same thing. Exactly, that's why Shaykh Efendi is running after Shamsi Tabriz. And one picture he showed me, he says, look, I'm standing next to the tomb of Shamsi Tabriz. I say, you see, his tajalli is coming on me. I see a completely different person. Long hair, wild, very tough. So many people didn't like him. You say you're following that one? It's a cult. Mevlana's own sons are involved. One day, Hazrat Shams Tabrizi was walking. He was from one place to another. They have to travel. And he's invited. It says some king knew that he was traveling and begged him to come to the palace to give sohbat. So Shams Tabrizi was walking, and he had a piece of meat in his jubba. And Awliya Allah, they do unusual things. Don't think that they are stupid. Don't think that they don't know. They look at every and they... He was having a piece of meat, raw meat. He took it out. He's looking at the sun. He's looking at the meat, and he says, "You are Shams, I am also Shams," he's saying. Let's see which one of us can cook the meat. He put it like this. After a while, he checked the meat where the sun is hitting, nothing happened, but the meat on the side of his hand is all cooked. He says, must be. Put it back into his pocket. He came to the king's palace. When he was coming in, people greet him. Some people like him, some people didn't like him. And he went inside. They greeted him very well. In the old days also, they have no choice. They're hiding a lot of their intentions also because they have no choice. Now everyone's intentions comes out. Some jealous ones, they say, "Why are you inviting this one here? Why are you taking his words for something? Who says he is a Shaykh? What does he have?" But they didn't want to say anything. So he was invited in the presence of the king. He gave a sohbat. Then he was preparing to go. And the king is saying, "Please give us some last words for remembrance we can take and use for the rest of our lives." Then Shams Tabrizi reached into his jubba, take out the piece of meat, give it to the king, or the Sadr Azam. And he's saying, "Here," he says, "eat this." They say, "Oh, Maulana, thank you very much." As so many people, they come in front of us, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." He put in his hand and said, "Thank you very much." Shams Tabrizi then left. And the king looking at that piece of meat, saying, "What am I going to do with this?" And they say, "I don't know." "Oh, my king." And he said, You see one like, let's say, security, one boy that is sitting there. And he is one of the ones who was greeting Shams Tabrizi very good when he was passing through. He says, "Here, take this. Give it to the dogs." The boy took, and then he's saying, "This Shams Tabrizi gave this. I'm not going to give it to the dog." He ate it. Finish. Some time later, Shams Tabrizi was passing by again. And again he was invited to go to the king's place. And he came in. And then the king was greeting him very good. And the king is saying to him, "MashaAllah, you came and you blessed us with a sohbat, you blessed us with so many things." And he said, "And you blessed this one," and he became a great awliya. He's sitting and he's giving sohbat. You know who it was? It was the boy that ate the meat. And he says, "You gave it to him," he's saying, "but you didn't give it to us. We are the ones who's in need of it, not this security boy running around." Shams Tabrizi started laughing. He said, "I gave you the meat, didn't I?" He says, "Yes." "What happened to it?" He said, "I gave it to that one to give it to the dog." He says, You're lucky he ate it. Otherwise, you'll be sitting down listening to sohbat from the dog. We are lucky if we are called dogs to our sheikhs. Our attitude must be like that. Because who knows how they're going to open. But it's not such a mystery also. The characteristic of a dog is not a mystery. So inshallah, may we be useful to them. This much is enough. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. And the old traditions, I don't really approve, I have to say this disclaimer, old tradition. They say if you keep a dog and the dog growls and barks at you, wants to attack you, what do you do to the dog? Old way. They shoot the dog. Or today's world, they put it to sleep. Sleep, you know. Why? Because the dog is going to be dangerous. You put it so close and then suddenly it barks at you. Correct? That is also haqq. Be careful. We must be careful. Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay. Anything else anyone wants to say? You have something? Tea? Give tea. Give to the women too. Women, you have tea? Have some tea. Chai. Drink some chai. Drink. Ferit, come. Fatiha. This much is enough. Assalamu alaikum. Ferit, come.